after a while, my close friend Moots, he asked me, hey, what if you join my band?
So did that happen? Is it after college?
Yeah, it was. All-time big mistake was when I went into Sunway College. It was the beginning of my A levels. So it was, I think, it took us around 2 years.
Okay.
And after that, after 2 years, then I was called in to join in Pop Shuvit.
What is up, guys? This is Pop here, and right now behind me, if you notice, this is some cool vibes with the drums. We are at MusicMountain, and on my left here is the co-founder, which is Azlan Rudy Abdul Malik.
Yes.
Yes, or known as Rudy from Pop Shuvit. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man.
Wow.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, actually, I'm a fan of yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The moment there's this one time, right, during the Quicksilver 2.0.
That was in Sunway, right?
Yeah, correct.
That was a crazy concert.
The only performance that I went in front of the crowd was your part. The Skaters Anthem.
Oh, that's
my favorite. All right now, I'm gonna talk on the present of your occupation right now.
Yes.
But you know what? Let's rewind.
Okay.
Let's rewind back from the get-go, where it all started. Now, I want to ask you, when did this all started, the sound of the music?
It all started when I was in Form 4.
Form 4, which
That
is
was
16. Oh,
when I was
which
16
school?
years old.
Which...
Bukit Bintang Boys School.
Wait a minute. Bukit Bintang Boys School. That is the Backstreet Boys of KL. That's Rashmonu, Butterfingers, right?
Yes. Butterfingers.
So it's like the celebrity school or something?
So we had a really good music teacher there, and she really encouraged us on going into music.
Okay.
In fact, when we were in school, we had a band, and Emmett was actually playing guitar, and I was singing.
Oh, he was in the same school?
Yeah, same school, same class. I mean, not same class, just next to me.
Even Mood, is it?
Moods as well. Emmett, Rashmonu, all together.
In BBBS, right?
Yes.
I remember, usually I notice some of the boys there, right? Always have, during their free time, they always go to this place. It's called Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yeah, let me see. A Black Widow in Asia Jaya, right?
Yes,
The
Asia Jaya.
shady and dingy place ever.
That was actually the first jamming studio I went to. I didn't know anything about music, and my friend, I can't remember who, but one of them was like saying, Rudy, let's go and check out this jamming studio. I said, what's a jamming studio?
Okay.
So I went in, and it was a very small door in the basement car park of Asia Jaya. It was
so
really dodgy place, right? So I looked at it, and then there's this big guy there saying, yes, what do you want? I said, we want to jam. Okay, then...
Is he the bouncer or?
He was the owner.
Oh, okay.
I forgot his name, but and then the door opened and we went in, and then there were like 2 studios, if I remember. It was like, wow, I've never been into a studio before, and that's when
But it's not that big, right?
it's not that big, and you had big drums because it's like lots of toms,
I'm assuming this is during the 90s.
Yes, 1990.
Can you guys imagine during the 90s? That was the glory days. Imagine people jamming, and then some of the listeners, the fans came in, just close to the drums just to listen to the music. Those were the glory days.
It's true. I mean, you can't find it nowadays. I mean, yes, you have jamming studios, but that moment was actually very special because that was the time that I started to get into music. They wanted me to come in as a vocalist.
Okay.
But when I went into the studio, I said, okay, what's this? Drums, right?
Okay.
So I sat behind it and I didn't want to get up. So that's where it started.
When you emphasize on the singing part,
Yeah.
did you try singing?
I was actually, I sang in some of the shows in school.
So did they like it?
Yeah, I guess the music teacher said, okay, you be the lead. So I sang,
Okay.
I sang some Zainal Abidin song, Hijau or something in Taman Aman, I think, yeah.
Why not try pursuing it?
I just don't think I have the range, I'm like a tenor, but I can't reach higher range. So even like now, I've lost some of the ranges. So
Okay, apart from singing, right? How about guitar during that time? Guitar, bass.
I was very drawn to drums. I didn't want to play anything stringy.
But you still can play guitar?
Just 4 chords.
4 chords.
Just 4 chords, that's it.
Ed Sheeran. Where is now? Okay, so after that, there should be college, right? But I believe Pop Shuvit started during 2001.
Correct.
So I believe before that there should be a band. I did some research. Can you tell me about the All Big Time Mistake?
Yeah. So it's the band was called ATBM, All Time Big Mistake. It was a punk band.
Yeah.
That was my first band ever, and the guitarist was Johan, and the lead vocalist was Gordon, and the bassist was Han Hong, and I was the drummer. There's four of us, and we played a lot of underground gigs.
Right.
We made a name for ourselves in the punk scene, but. Hello and welcome to Learn to Play the Drums, the ultimate drum course. My name is Rudy and I'm one of the instructors for this course. I'm an experienced drummer and drum educator with a combined experience of 25 years. I'm currently a drum educator for an online drum platform that I have created where I teach drums online and physically. Incidentally, I'm also the drummer for the award-winning band Pop, Shuvit and Project EAR and have recorded more than 9 full albums as a recording artist. I also have had the opportunity to play live alongside bands like My Chemical Romance, Incubus, All American Rejects, Neon Trees, 30 Seconds to Mars, Katy Perry, and many more. The other 2 instructors in this course are also professional drummers and educators. Ryan is fun and energetic, and his drumming style has enabled him to play and tour with artists from around the world. He teaches students from age 5, and he firmly believes age is not a factor when it comes to picking up a new instrument. As a drummer, he plays for the band Trophy Knives. Next is Jimmy Jams. Apart from being a drummer, he's also a producer and a sound engineer who has worked with some of the finest artists in Asia, both in studio and on stage. He's also the drumming powerhouse behind progressive rock band Tempered Mental and indie outfit Prasasti. Now let's look at what you will get out of this course. At the end of this course, if you diligently go through all the exercises and practice following a consistent practice plan, you'll be able to play the drums in a very proficient manner. You'll also be able to read drum notation and comprehend it on a deeper level. The course will help you familiarize with the drum kit, which includes getting to know all the drum gear and how to set it up. And to keep the excitement going, within a few lessons, you'll be able to play beats and fills using a unique number system. You'll also then play your first song. After that, we go deeper into theory with introduction to drum notation and getting you familiar with note values, where you will learn quarter notes, 8 notes, 16th notes, and so on. You will also learn rudiments, which are the building blocks of drumming. With all of that, you will continue to learn more complex beats and fills, sticking patterns, kick patterns, and also learn how to play drums to popular music genres. Now that seems a lot to take in, but don't worry. We have designed this course for anyone who wants to pick up the drums. Whether you want to learn for fun or be a serious learner, we crafted this course for all of you. From complete beginners with no background at all, to self-taught drummers who are looking to learn something new, to drummers who want to get started with drum notation, or even musicians who want to learn more about rhythms and understand it from a drummer's perspective. This course is for you. And that's not all. The course is filmed with high-quality cameras with multiple angles for you to view. This is quite important as the learners get to view what the other limbs are doing during exercises. The audio is also refined and mixed in a well-equipped studio to ensure high-quality audio is delivered to the learner during lessons. Each lesson is also accompanied with reference documents for the corresponding lesson and also includes exercises for you to get up to speed with. We have hundreds of exercises and it keeps increasing with the addition of new core lectures. These documents are in PDF format and are downloadable and printable so that you can have them by your side when you practice. So we're pretty excited for you to come on board the course. If you want to know more, just scroll down and have a look at the course's content and you'll be able to view all the lectures listed in the course. Check out some of the free previews in the course to get a feel of how we present each lecture. When you're ready to enroll, we'll see you in the course so that you can get started on your drumming journey. After a while, my close friend Moots, he asked me, "Hey, why don't you join my band?"
So when did that happen? Is it after college?
Yeah, it was. All time big mistake was when I went into Sunway College. It was the beginning of my A levels, so it took us around 2 years.
Okay.
And after that, after 2 years, then I was called in to join in Pop Shuvit.
Okay, so I believe you were playing
Yeah.
punk rock music, and suddenly hip hop rocks.
It was a very big change.
It's a big transition. So
transition.
can you adapt during that moment?
Yeah, because all I knew was like, okay, rock, punk rock, and then
Yeah.
suddenly it goes to hip hop, and then they wanted rock elements in there. So I said, okay,
You can put some
I-
alternative, right?
I don't know hip hop. Moods is a big fan of hip hop, so I brought in the rock element, and we got a guitarist and the bassist. We just fill in, and that's how Pop Shuvit became. I mean, it was very experimental. The first album was just really experimental. We didn't know where we were leading. Only the second album we saw that okay, we were going there. But everyone says that the first album was the defining album, and then you had like hits like Jump, Skaters Anthem,
Oh,
that kind of stuff.
my favorite Skater Center. All right, but let me see. You went into like Mara Bahaya, right? Actually, how did that came about?
Mara Bahaya came out because they were making a movie. It's called Impact Maxima.
Meaning it's from you're planning on making OST, is it?
Yeah, it was really an original soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
So an OST, and MYdrum was the director of the film, and he was looking for a band to come up with a soundtrack, and he approached our band, and he asked, "Can you make a soundtrack?" Yeah, I said, "Sure, no problem." And we got a good brief of the movie, how it looked like, right?
Mhm.
Something like Fast and Furious and all that.
Yeah.
We saw some visuals. He showed us some visuals, and we said, "Okay, let's go with it." And our guitarist JD,
Mm-hmm.
he composed the song. He gave up the main parts, the riff and everything, and we heard it and said, "Okay, this is going to work." It had that very Japanese, what is this composition to it? I think he was framing it based on Initial D, the movie,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So the sound was very very much in that frame, and also we brought in the Japanese sound, but we brought in rap elements, the local Malay language, and that I guess blew up.
They made the right choice. Up until now, even Project ER are playing the Mara Bahaya, and it's still my favorite. Apart from Skaters Anthem. Okay, but right now I'm gonna ask you. For musicians, right?
Yeah.
Since you're still playing drums
Yeah.
in MusicMountain, this is drums. So here's the co-founder. I'm sorry. So apart from musicians, right? Do you think as a musician, right, is it sustainable for a person to just pursue on music?
The very good question. Honestly speaking, when we started off the band, we never talked about money, and I think a lot of musicians in bands like Akram, from Floor, I think you would agree with me. When you go into a band, your first aim is not to make money, but eventually after you start doing it full time, right? Then you start to get shows and the money comes in. Then it becomes a source of income that you think, okay, this is serious. Can I make money from this? That's when you actually look into seeing if this income can be
Manageable.
and also is it going to be long term?
Okay.
If it's going to be if there's a certain shelf life of a band, probably 7 to 10 years, then within that 10 years, make as much as you can, take the money and roll into something else. And that's why I have MusicMountain. I wanted to give back to the drum community, and no one has done it in Malaysia, so I wanted to go into education because I think that's a way of getting back income.
Yeah, speaking of education, right, you are one of the first pioneer doing the apps for MusicMountain.
Yeah.
And it is also supported by the Ministry of Communication and
Correct,
Media.
yes. Ministry of Communications have actually gave us a lot of support in terms of financially. And we got a lot of partners like even some of the music shops, Sweeney, Roland. They've all given really good support with this. We got even companies like even purifiers, right? Blue Air, Visionary Solutions. They all came together because they saw what we wanted to build, a platform that actually educates people to learn drums. Very importantly, from beginning stage to advanced stage. Right now we have into intermediate, but for advanced level.
For
right,
the application, you're talking about the application,
so,
right?
yeah, exactly. So it's for all to learn. There's a subscription fee, yeah, but if you look at it, nowadays people learn music to YouTube or whatever. Ours is actually structured. You don't have to go through YouTube and find, okay, what's the next lesson that I'm going to learn. So we structure the lessons so that you can actually go from A to Z, right? and that's why I felt that okay, I would like to push this agenda of music education. It's very important to me.
Oh, I see. So right now, you are giving some voices for the drums, right?
Yeah, my aim is to, of course, bring out the Malaysian drummers who are actually local based,
Independent.
independent drummers. Also want to give a voice to the drummers in Asia, basically, right? So we start off by kicking off, getting the local drummers here a voice. I want to give them a voice because they're not usually heard. You see them behind the kit playing their drums, doing their skills, but not many people have heard them. What they've gone through, who they learn from, what their ideas are, what their future is like, what they see music is like in their eyes, right? So I wanted to give that what is this? That vision, or how to say, that spotlight to the drummers for them to actually give their thoughts and share with everyone what drumming is like. It's not an easy musical instrument to follow. So whatever drummers go through, you go through a lot. So that's why I wanted everyone to know.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. All right, there is one more question I want to ask. I'm gonna guess first. Your idol. The moment when I went in Music Mountain, the only picture I noticed is Dave Grohl. So I'm guessing, but I think it's true.
It's true.
Are you idolizing Dave Grohl?
Yeah, he's my idol since childhood. My favorite all-time band from then on in school was Nirvana, because they just said that they had a very limited time frame for them to be as an artist, right?
Right.
Because of Kurt, right? But Dave Grohl was the one that actually propelled himself further into Foo Fighters, right? So he was there from the start of my childhood till now.
Okay.
I followed him from then till now, and he's been very inspirational to me, from just being a drummer from nowhere, right? And he put his energy and effort into it, and he became a musician.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's just an inspirational icon for all musicians everywhere. He's even inspiring that girl, Nandy Michelle,
Yeah.
right? Who's how old? So he's already transcended to the level of being a legendary icon who's actually can inspire and influence people.
Yeah, he even wrote a book, right?
He wrote a book. He just wrote a book. It's called Storyteller, I think. And he's great. He's my icon because in terms of business as well, he has lots of business that he handles, and he just is successful at it. So I look up to him. He's a role model for me.
So there you go. This is from Rudy from Pop Shuvit. All I can say is, I can summarize this as, don't stop grinding.
Yep.
Since he even idolized Dave Grohl, you can see Dave Grohl isn't stopping grinding with the books. Even the movie is coming, right?
Yeah, the movie is what was it called? House 66? 666. Huh? Studio 666. Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. Because, and I mean, I was hearing stories about how he made the movie. He was like, hey, you know what? I think we can make a movie. And we'll just get all the band members over, and then we kill them off, and then he'll just be the solo artist left. It's a very funny story.
But the sad part, it's not in Malaysia, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess you got to catch it somewhere in some of the platforms, whether it be the independent platforms or, probably come on YouTube. Never know.
Okay, there you have it, guys. All right, thanks again, Rudy.
Welcome, man.
This, to be honest, I'm composing myself because the first time I saw you guys on the stage, oh man, I want to hug you guys or shake you guys. So this might be the first time I fist bump him. I think 10 years ago. Was it 10 years ago for Quicksilver 2.0?
Oh, cool, man. I'll tell you a story because on Quicksilver 2.0, we really enjoyed the concert because we just came back from Manila.
Oh, okay.
We were touring with My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
And we flew back, and
it was nighttime, right?
Yeah, it was like we had to rush to the venue because it was Sunday, and we rushed there, and we didn't have time to sound check or line check.
Okay.
We just went there and we started, and then people started to jump and in the swimming pool.
Yeah, it was in front of the swimming pool.
Crazy, So it's like we really had good memories. It was one of the
I didn't care anything as long as you guys playing the scariest anthem. I was pushing all of them, making sure that I was in front of of you guys. So yeah, this has been an awesome conversation with you, man.
Great.
And hope to see you soon and coming back in Music Mountain.
Yes, man.
All right.
Next
last
level.
fist- Last fist bump. Let's go. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Before I want to sign off, I just want to say stay tuned for our next episode. And you know, Rudy, this is our debut for the podcast.
Oh, yes.
First guy. All right, guys. Stay tuned.